My mind blank.
Drink water. Drink water.
You know, so
Drink water.
I have night more have water every night when I record than tonight I not no water.
Get water. Get water. How is it that I never have water? I know I have water. You always have water. I know you don't have water.
See? Yeah, switch it up tonight.
Really, are seeking it.
Yeah, switch it up tonight, man.
Anyways, didn't you sleep? Let me just do this. People, what's up? This is what episode? What?
We're on episode
Not
4.
episode. Not episode. Episode 4.
Yeah.
Welcome to episode 4. I am your co-host Ashani, and this is Nicholas. Sleepy, half awake. I don't know what he's doing over there, but we're just going to ramble on again tonight about some shit. I've been thinking that I don't like the direction that this podcast is going. You know what I'm saying? I was telling Vic that yesterday.
Maybe like a couple days ago, you said something to me, but go ahead. Which direction you want it to go?
I'm just throwing it out there, man. We can talk about like serious things because them things that happen, but I was just, thinking about more of the funny side of things. There's just too much hate in the world. Too much hate in the world. And I think we can highlight some good things because good news never, or funny news really rarely ever spends, unless you're on Twitter and you follow the right people. It's basically what it is, Like, I follow a certain set of people, a certain group of people that we get like bad news every now and then of what's going on in the outside world, but it's mainly just memes, right? Which is why I don't watch like news. The news is depressing.
Yeah, I agree. News is very depressing, and I haven't really been watching news a lot either. Mostly been watching cartoons and anime. A lot of anime lately. You're one of the persons who put me onto anime, actually. For example, when I was telling you that I didn't want to watch Attack on Titan, and I told that shit sucked. And you're like, no, bro.
Greatest anime of all time. Not of all time, I would say that, but it's really good.
It's definitely in the top 10 for me. Like, I don't know if they're top 5 because I don't watch enough anime to even have a top 5, but it's definitely there, like a top 10, For me, Naruto has always been number 1, the GOAT. I care what no one says. But yeah, Attack on Titan was really good. Finish it. I wait for the other season, but recently it's like me I get a bit of nostalgia fever. There's a lot of old cartoons from my childhood I'm gonna go back go watch, like Roadrunner. You remember that? You remember
Why?
that? Roadrunner?
Why?
Classics, man. Classics. Some of the best cartoons from like the 90s, 80s.
You go watch Bugs Bunny or Yosemite Sam.
I've never watched. Let me tell you some of the good cartoons that I know of from our generation that I haven't watched. For example, I know of them, but I haven't like sit down and watch them. I haven't watched Samurai Jack.
Excuse me? Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. I can understand you not watching that if you're like born in the 2000s and right.
Mm-hmm.
But you're born 96. What are you talking about?
Wait to put my whole personal life out there, might as well just give them a DNA sample while you're at it.
You want your fingerprint too? You know that your tongue has a special tongue print?
Yeah, I heard about that actually. Yeah, it's kind of like your fingerprint. Yeah, I heard about that. But I never had cable growing up. That's why you had cable.
I didn't really have. Wait, let me think.
You had the
When did I get cable?
You had the Nickelodeons, the Cartoon Networks, the Disney, and all that. I didn't have that. I had TVG and CVM, the local channels in Jamaica.
I think I don't know. Yeah, I had cable when I was growing up because I remember watching things like Kamen Rider Dragon Knight, and that was like on KPLE and WPIX.
Mm-hmm.
No, that was a long time ago. That was when I was like in primary school. I
Yeah.
remember that far.
So for me, it's like in my adult stage now that I have like internet at home and all of that. I like go back and stream some of them cartoons here, you know.
Hmm.
Beavis and Butthead is another one. I've never watched Beavis and Butthead, but I know of it, you know.
I've
There's
actually never watched that in its entirety.
yeah.
I've watched like probably clips. I've seen clips. I've never like been interested to watch. But I know it's funny. But it's just one of those things where I just can't sit down and watch it like Family Guy or South Park. I just personally can't sit down and watch it.
Yeah, I haven't watched them. Like for example, this one I'm looking at it right now, Grim and Evil. I haven't watched it, but
Hey
I've
yo, that
seen
was a banger.
I've seen like clips of it, you know, here and there, but I haven't really sit down and say, okay, I watch a couple episodes. Well, I watched Johnny Bravo though, and Powerpuff Girls. I watched Scooby Doo, you know, a pup named Scooby Doo, What's New Scooby Doo, all the Scooby Doo's one of my favorite cartoons.
You watch Eddie and Eddie?
Of course, I watch Ed, Ed, and Eddie. That's like a classic, bro. That's like up
You
there
say you
for me.
didn't have. Was that on?
No,
That
that
was on TV channel.
that come on local TV, man. CVM, TVJ, Ed, Ed, and Eddie, SpongeBob. My favorite part of SpongeBob was when they did the prehistoric or the caveman version of SpongeBob. You remember those episodes?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are my favorite SpongeBob episodes. You know.
I'll be honest with you. I stopped watching SpongeBob when I saw an episode of SpongeBob asking for something in Patrick's pants, and I was just like, "Yep, that's it for me."
I
But
hate.
to be fair, though, that was a time when Jamaica was very, very homophobic, and I was young,
I don't
and
think.
I thought, yeah, it's not that much. It's not that anymore, like that intense, but it's still bad. But it's like I
Uh,
was young, and I was like a sponge, and so I just was like, you know what?
I don't even want to go into the homophobia of our country, but um, sticking to the what we're talking about, like for example, I've watched Boondocks, but you said you never watched Boondocks.
Never watched that.
One of the like Boondocks is a cartoon, but I more view it in the light of like it's a black anime. To me, at least, that's how I view it, and it was really good. And I wish we had more cartoons or anime like that. You know, like Boondocks, you just represent black culture on a
There
whole.
you go.
If you watch it,
I
you
understand
understand.
it. I understand it. You know, it takes the funny side of the racist comments and shit like that, and it kind of shows up how stupid, the racist
It's
people
not even
are.
about racism. Like it talks about a lot of stuff. Even the whole R. Kelly situation. Like the Boondocks has been talking about this like since 2005. You know, when the whole peeing on the girl incident. There's like a episode or two were dedicated to the whole R. Kelly shit. Like there's a couple of episodes about the whole R. Kelly thing. And Boondocks is what really educated me on that whole incident. You know. So it covers a lot in and out of black culture, and as I said, the racism is surrounded and all of that. But very funny cartoon. The art style for the time, the art style was really good, you know. And like the Boondocks is one of those cartoons that just age well, and even now you can just go back, watch it, and just have a good time. So, but I definitely recommend it to anybody who would have get into something like that.
I don't know. Probably I need to sit down and watch it, but I just can't find the drive to do that.
I mean, I don't know, get some edibles and just watch it.
Sir, you talking?
I'm not talking about drugs, I'm talking about edibles. Like, weed is a plant.
Tempo, okay.
Yeah. But
Tempo.
Your body is a temple, and the edibles are.
Not welcomed in this temple.
What do you mean? What do you mean, sir?
Welcomed at all.
Have you ever tried edibles before?
Nope.
Why not?
I have no reason to try it.
You don't need
Literally
it.
have none.
You don't need a reason.
Yes, I do. Need a reason for everything.
No.
Either curiosity or I just want to. And I don't want to, and I'm not curious.
I mean, it's just something to do, you know.
Oh,
I,
I'm good.
my first experience in getting high was from edibles. First experience. You know how some people, you have people who smoke. Them say, oh, them smoke, but them would never do edibles because the way too strong, and them are gonna get fucked up and all that. For me, I did get kind of fucked up when I had the edibles for the first time, and I was high. Bro, it felt like I was flying. The breeze touched me, and I felt like I was in the sky.
Sounds like a felony.
I called my friend at the time. I was like, "Yo, I'm high." It was me and one of my brethren, like, they met the brownies, and him eat some, me eat some, and we did it. No words are being exchanged, but we're just dying with laughter. It's nothing but laughing.
Makes you crazy. Why would I want to be crazy? I'm already crazy, sane.
It was a good time. But when I smoke, I don't get that. I don't feel that high. I feel mellow at most. And
Yellow?
mellow at most. You know, just chill. But I don't feel high. So, you know, like how some people, when them smoke, them keep on a smoke because them a chase a high there. I never had that experience.
You know what I smoked? I smoked dry leaves and paper one time when I was like under 10 years old. And I nearly died. And I was just like, hell no, not again. But then I did it again, like probably a week after. Because I was like, maybe it was the leaves were just not dry. I get some drier leaves, right? You know when you leave them so dry, like you barely touch them, just like crumple. And then
Yeah.
I like rolled it up. And I was just like, this feels better. I never did after that anything.
But that nah do nothing for you more than put a bunch of smoke in your lungs.
Exactly.
There's no benefit from that.
Nothing. But I can't like the scent of marijuana. Marijuana just the scent just hurts my head. The scent alone.
So even if it's in like an edible, yeah.
As long as I smell it and I can smell it, it's going to give me a migraine.
Oh
A
man,
migraine, a headache.
that sucks.
I can't say. You see what I'm saying? The Lord has put a defense mechanism on me for not going near the marijuana. Okay?
You know, some people just say that you're just a bitch. You know, and
Well,
you need to man up.
I will continue to be a bitch for the rest of my life.
Man. But
It's weird for people to associate certain things with me not being like me. It's kind of weird.
yeah, that's the world we live in. You know, it's the world we live in. Well, maybe what you should do then is magic mushrooms. You know.
I will do it normal mushrooms in a soup or with chicken or
It's
you know
nasty. It's nasty.
mushrooms, you know what I'm saying?
That's nasty, bro.
I will eat regular mushrooms, not the ones that make me want to jump off a building.
I wouldn't do either. I don't like the idea of mushrooms on a whole.
You don't like mushrooms?
Never had them.
I've never eaten a mushroom. Not one.
Never. I've never eaten a mushroom in my entire life.
That is
I'm not missing out on anything.
You're
So
missing out on the good life. The good life. I'm just kidding. They're okay. They're not like something that you really want to try. It's just like, where's mushroom in the leaf? So
Yeah,
it's not really a thing.
yeah. I can miss that. There are certain things that I definitely know I'm not gonna try in this life.
Will you try escargot?
I've heard that word before or that term.
Snails.
What?
Snails.
Hell no.
Would you
I'm
try?
not gonna try maggots. Not gonna try no worms. Not gonna try
Um,
no leeches and all that. Nah, miss me with all that
called
bullshit.
what's caviar?
Caviar. I've heard it's expensive. It's like always one of the most expensive things on like
Do you know what it is?
a menu. I don't know what it is. It looks like they're
Fish eggs.
then fuck what? Like
It's fish eggs.
is this like the when do you eat sardines?
Yeah.
Sometimes you
Well,
open up the
haven't in a
sardines.
while.
Sometimes when you open up the sardines, right? It has like eggs inside. Is
Hmm.
it those tiny eggs like that?
The tiny black eggs,
I'm not
or
eating that
whatever color
shit.
they be.
I'm not eating that shit.
Yeah, it's fish eggs.
I'm not.
It's female fish egg.
I'm not eating that. I, I, I turned my mind away from sushi, and I think I might give sushi a try, maybe. But yeah, I don't think those things are for me.
The
Especially,
only sushi I've tried is seaweed wrapped or rice wrapped with cucumber and stuff. Actual Japanese sushi.
so there's no
I haven't.
fish, no
I
fishing.
haven't. Well, Japanese sushi, actual sushi isn't fish based. It's just mainly rice, vegetables, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But sashimi is fish based, and technically, I call it raw seafood, but it is raw seafood, but it's just raw seafood that is frozen down to a certain temperature that makes it edible and all the contaminants not kill you and all that. Still
Yeah.
not going to eat it. I would never eat it.
But what about calamari?
I've heard that word before.
It's fried. It's fried squid tentacles.
I don't like seafood. I don't eat it. I've never in my life have I ever been like, I'm going to eat some seafood today. I've missed it. Never. Never told that we used to buy shrimps when we were younger in school, right?
Crawfish.
Or shrimp, crawfish, whatever it was. That
Mm-hmm.
was probably the last time. The last time I ate something seafood related was shrimp when I moved here. Which was the first year I moved. It was 2019. I haven't had any seafood, and before that, I haven't had seafood for like 5, 6 years before that.
Yeah, okay.
So it's like nothing that I'm really ever interested in eating. And I've like passed many seafood places that I said like a lobster and crab and all that thing. I'm just like, nah.
You wouldn't eat lobster. I don't know. People go to a 5-star restaurant just to order lobster tail, because it's expensive.
Lobster is a roach. That's what it is.
Definitely,
Funny
it's
how the world
something.
works. Funny how the world works because lobster was considered poor people's food back in the day. But then a lot of poor people started eating it. And then they were like, you know what, let's just throw a whole lot of butter on this shit and just call it gourmet.
Mm-hmm. Phineas and Ferb, a Dorito head shaped dude. You watch that cartoon?
That was the greatest summer anime that you can have. Okay. Okay. Don't you disrespect Phineas like that.
He has a Dorito head.
Don't you
It's
disrespect my Dorito brother like that.
it's not disrespect. It's a fact. Like,
Okay.
alright, look at this. There's a few cartoons like nowadays, right? Versus like the 90s and the early 2000s that I would say like are good. To me, most of them are crap, but there are a few that stand out that are good.
There's no bad ones. Okay. None.
There's a lot of bad cartoons that came
Yeah.
out after 2010.
That's not 90. That's
No, that's what I'm
That's the
saying.
2000.
You have a few good ones that came out after the early 2000s.
like what?
The Penguins of Madagascar was good.
Madagascar thing. Oh
The,
yeah,
pi-
that was good. King Julius.
yeah,
Big character.
I mean, some people like Rick and Morty. I don't care for it, but some people like it. It's not on my top 10, but you know, to each his own. Have you ever watched it, or is it a thing for you?
Many seasons that this
The Loud House isn't bad though. It's an interesting cartoon. Oh, I was wrong. The Penguins of Madagascar came out in 2008, so this is not even like after 2010. It's like the thing is, the early 2000s or the 2000s and the 90s was like a very special era. The music from that time is different. The TV shows that we used to watch are different.
I cut everything off at 2009. Okay, that's when everything went haywire. Music became haywire. I sound like an old man right now. But anyways, everything just went downhill from there. Cartoons went to shit. Music was
I mean, some music from early 2000, like they're just timeless, you know. You can put that track on right now and it just slaps harder than anything that came out in the last 10, 15 years. And you're like, wow, they don't make
brother.
music like that anymore, you know.
Right now,
I don't know if it's nostalgia.
even though I'm in a leave in Jamaica, can tell it. Go on a coaster bus, right? And play a Celine Dion song, Titanic. I bus the turn up. Hey, would they have the driver stop driving and listen to the song?
I'm not lying. I really think, but why can't even take Costa again? If we want to go in them depressing things, eh? Yeah, I take them bus there again, brother. I have a drive from JUTC and bounce my Beats headphone, you know? Yeah, man,
What do you
carry your own,
mean?
bring your own music.
Right.
Too
Yeah, John,
expensive.
post them again.
Too expensive. A
Hilarious.
brother, a luxury. Right them there now, you see me? I say,
I
yeah,
mean,
like
them man, they cut back road.
Uber, Uber prices. Straight toll and it's just them a right shot, soft shoulder and all of that, like madness. You know, so in our culture though, like some crazy stuff happening now. Remember this whole daggering phase where the whole country did I go through. Every bus seat I get mashed. Every bus seat I get mashed up. You get me and say, who for head the through window, who up on the doorstep are going with madness. Yo, you see when a politics time and people are gonna rally press conference and you see amount of people hang out through coaster, through minibus, through car, taxi, people up on top of coaster and the bus I drive and I do like 19 or 45. Like I have to say, yo,
Think I'm not bad. I want to just go on a school trip, brother.
yeah, that never in my childhood. I never got on a school trip yet.
What?
I never went
You
on.
serious?
Lie. I went on one school trip when I was like in basic school, aka like kindergarten.
Mhm.
But I've never went on any primary school or high school trip. I never liked the idea of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I used to love those. My parents always made sure that if they were able to, they were able to send me to one. Because I remember, like, I started saving from, like, primary school for some reason. I don't know why. I just started saving.
Mhm.
And so, like, half the trips that I went on in high school was because I saved my lunch money, like, over, like, half the year. And they were, like, school
Alright.
trip, class. It was mainly, like, a class trip. And
Mhm.
then, like, so here's the good thing about, like, high school when I went there, right? We started class trip in grade 7, which was like a that class, and then grade 8 we had this
Mhm.
math teacher, right?
Mhm.
And then she took us on a class trip, and then to grade 9, 10 and 11, it was just like that one group, even though we were in different classes, she just organized a trip for us, that one class group, because she like was really fond of us and we were all like good friends in the class. So it was just always like a good 20 of us and like probably like 10 other purpose from like different classes that we knew just wanted to go. But just like fun, bro.
Yeah, for me, it wasn't really a matter of the cost or anything. I just never wanted to go, and I don't know, like maybe people are some antisocial for that, but it's the same thing with like work trips. Like I've worked at a,
True.
a couple places as well, and they always want to put on like work trip. You know, like for example, when you work in a call center, so you spend 3 weeks to a month in a training. After training done, or 2 weeks sometime after training finish, these people want me to take my first paycheck and go on some trip. You know, go beach with them or wherever. But I never cared for it because my priority was always elsewhere. You know, like I had too much shit on my plate to be wasting my money on that shit. So for me, I was never interested in it, and it's even from a high school. Like in high school though, like I don't know, I was an interesting teenager. I would say at least because I remember when I was high school, I wasn't super popular, but I wasn't unpopular. People know me. Even people who I think didn't know me, and I was like, why do you know me? sometimes people Sometimes people come talk to me and I'm like, why are you talking to me? I wouldn't say it, but I'll be thinking it, and I'm like, I stick to my circle, right? So if I have like a group of friends, I just stick to those people. I'd never really like to branch out, you know. I guess you could say I keep my circle small. And because I didn't talk to any and everybody in high school, people usually say I'm hype. And I'm like, I just don't rock with you like that. Like,
Nice cool that.
me and you share like different interests. You get me? I say, me not rock with you like that. So yeah, some people like it's for them EM in a high school for rock with everybody and be friends with everybody and be cool with everybody. Yeah, I didn't care for that. Like I had a few friends that I rock with and me and them was solid. And yeah, I remember I had this one friend like he's a white guy. Met this dude. I think I met him in 8th grade, right? And me and him just hit it off like right away. We became like best of friends, you know. And this man did interested. You know, you have them friend in a high school like say you smart and them not as smart yet, and then would I say yo brother, why you get 90 on your test, my youth, if you get some 30, and it's like, when you do good on a test, make you feel like, say, oh, yeah, I do the wrong thing, because you now feel like them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was one of them situations. I remember one time that man said something like that to me, man is like, yo, them money I come round with them 80s and 90s, yo, no one you round me, and you, I was like, dog, chill. Man,
Himself.
like, bro, chill. But that dude end up doing really good because in life, him left our high school and him did transfer go another school. I don't know where school him did transfer go, but it's somewhere closer to him home because he did like come from Linstead. Yeah, I come from Linstead side. So him transferred to some school by that side and him end up
Yeah, do better.
do better after him transfer. 'Cause I'm transferring a grade 10, so when him transfer, him be repeating the grade 10. And him do good after. Him there play football for the school, I think. And after him graduate, him get, I think him did join this gym and him did get like really buff. The man, I said the man in person one time and I was bigger than this dude in a high school,
Yeah.
and this dude, me I tell the man, I like 22, 21 at the time when I see him, and the man like a 40
Yo,
year
tough.
old 40-year-old man. The man look like what that brother the name of the wrestling?
Oh, the Rock.
No, not the Rock. John Cena. The man look like freaking John Cena. That's how big him look to me. But in the end up the bobsled for Jamaica. He was a part of the Jamaica bobsled team. Him and another guy from my school, from my high school. Yeah. Man, they end up become a part of the bobsled team. But yeah, the Jamaica bobsled team didn't do good in the Winter Olympics. Not the year when him did forgo because not because the team wasn't good or anything, but because they never get enough funding or sponsorship, But yeah.
Okay.
I'm just saying it's weird that you see like people have changed our transition from like high school to growing up, and it's just funny how weird life can take you. But yeah, I was introverted from way back when. People always say it's hype. I'm like, bro, I'm not hype. I just don't rock with it, and it's like because certain people want to be friends with me, and it's like I'm not interested to be friends with them. You know.
I'm introverted too, but I'm not like. I don't think I'm fully introverted, but I'm kind of introverted because if someone come talk to me, like someone walk up to me and be like, "Hey, what's up?" I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" Again. Like I'll continue a conversation and talk, and that's how I've been always. Like the first time me and you met each other, like we did like really quiet at the training.
I don't even know how. Oh, I remember how we kick it off. Come to say, how did you kick it off again? I remember.
And it's like we never really talked to nobody. But then people start talking to me and then realize that really it's not that we don't like people like that. We're just naturally quiet.
Mm-hmm.
If I have nothing to say, I just don't say anything if I have nothing to say. That's just how and that's just basically how I was throughout high school. I had like 4 friends in high school. It was like 6 of us. And everybody else I knew was through them. Or because them want help with something, or them just randomly talk to me one day. And it's like I didn't really have this hype problem, but I don't think anybody thought I was hype.
I had that
But
problem. I think for me, I was like more like waves, up and down. Because, like I said, I'd be noticed by people. Like, it's like I walk in a room and I stand out, and I don't know why. Like, people always say I have this aura around me where I attract people to me. So, I don't know. It's always been a thing since even high school. But for me personally, I was just like keep to myself because when I did in a primary school, I did have like some temper problem. And I always getting in fights, like almost every day. Is me so when I go high school, now I make a promise to myself say, oh, now I getting in a fight. Man, I get my mother have to come to school for not detention or suspension or anything like that. They get me I say.
detention.
Yeah, I got detention in high
I
school,
got in
unfortunately.
one fight in high school, and it was the first day of school.
I never got in a fight in high school, actually. I almost did. A couple times.
Everybody.
I wouldn't say it's a fight for me. Because what happened is that the guy tried bully me. And when he
Yeah.
realized, say, oh, me not the kind of guy where I got back down from nobody.
Yeah.
It's like him get scared and kind of push me and I grab him and I start push him back and area,
Yeah.
But yeah, them sister them can't walk over, them start friendly and certain things. So that did happen and they want
I
to
know.
become friends with me. But yeah.
There was only one fight, and it was the first day, and I think he said something about my mom, and then we just started quite literally scrapping. And then the dean had to come. It was like, "It's your first day. What's going on?" And then he made up a story. That was the funny thing. He made up a story
Mm-hmm.
about how something happened, and we were just really friends, and then we hugged each other, and then me and him became friends. It's weird with dudes, dude. Like that's how we kind of make most of our friends. It's like we'd argue about something, or we'll fight about something, and then we
Mm-hmm.
end up being friends for the long. And it's like
I
Men are weird. Men
ma
are weird.
ma have like I can think of I say most of my male friend them I grew up in my community. Say
Mm.
so I say four of them, right?
Yeah.
There was a four of them, all of them. Come here have like no one isn't it? Like couple male friends, we can name them, but we're not gonna name them. Say seven dudes, we can think of right now. Me and them are friend and like we're good. Some of them are more closer with nowadays. Some of them,
Yeah.
them not there here no more. So like we still link if we see each other and whatever. But
Every now and
me,
then.
me and every one of them man they in a fight. Every one of them.
It's
Every
weird.
one of them. And
Like a bonding thing or something. I don't know why.
weird how we just still connect and we are still friends. It's like no, we have a different level of respect for each other. Cause you have this youth one at a time, remember him come from a community.
Yeah.
And man older than me, man older than me probably by 2, maybe 3 years. And then the bigger than me at that time, yeah, me I tell her say, yo, every day me I come from school, this you pick upon me and beat me up on Ray. One day to rotted, me I tell her say, get mad, I'ma beat him up, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then the man go feel mad until his mother say me, I bully him. And him are the bigger one, you know. It's a find that day there, that the man then not ramp with me again. It's like him just have a different level of respect for me. As many when him see me,
Yeah.
him heal me and and we're good. But yeah, like I said, it's like bonding experience for you, isn't it? But may I tell you, so I go through some things as a youth where we are grow. Cause which part I grow, you have to rough. You have to rough for grow, so you can't be no soft soap as would I say, isn't it? When you
Bro,
grow
I was
them places.
soft when I was growing up, bro. And I grew up in the ghetto. Like the early part of my childhood. It wasn't even that when I moved to a
Yeah,
residential area.
I grew up
But like I
in the
was
city
soft.
ghetto, man.
Nah, I was literally in the ghetto. Like
I grew up in a hill.
literally like one day I went home. This happened a couple times. I was just where I lived when I was from up until 11 years old, which was grade 5.
Mm-hmm.
The things that happened in the yard that I lived in, and anybody probably live near there would know what I'm talking about. Someone got shot across in the same yard that I was living with, and the only thing that separated us was a zinc fence. A house
Mm-hmm.
burnt down next door to me. I walked in one night, which I never told my parents about, when I was coming home from a school trip, back in the time when, as a child, I could walk the streets 7, 8, 9 o'clock and not worry.
Mm-hmm.
Walked into my yard, pulled the gate, looked to my right, saw something very shiny, a 9mm pistol in a dude's hand that I knew. And he looked at me, I looked at him, and then I looked at the door, and I walked through the door into my house. Never told my parents about that. That person, I don't know where that person is right now.
Mm-hmm.
That happened. Literally woke up one day, heard gunshots outside because where I live it was basically door, 2 steps, no, 5 steps, gate, road. Ba, 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 outside my door, the gate. So ghetto was so bad.
Alright.
I grew up until I was like 11, up until the fire happened, where my
Yeah.
parents realized that mentally I was not okay when that happened. It stripped me off from my grandmother, and then I moved to a residential, more common area.
Now I gonna say which part me live was like a hot spot or whatever, or say better than which part you did there. I not even try compete or anything like that, but
Worse than
some horrendous things have happened in my community, like drive by, walk by. You get me? I say me up on the road already one night and literally see must be 3 gunmen walk up in our shop and rob the shop. Man them walk up in the shop now, call the shopkeeper, push gun in him face and say yo
But it never done to you, right?
as no man, me did the other shop next to it. Watch what going on and push gun on the shopkeeper face and say, oh, lock the shop. Me say the man them lock up the front of the shop. Me I say, bomba. Me there the other shop, the other shopkeeper say, oh, you know, see what I go on, lock for them shop. Me I say, bomba. Me have to walk past a shop, they figure me yard. You see me?
Yeah.
10 o'clock in the night, rain did fall, the road where me live, bad. You see me? So the man them walk foot and come to them thing, grab everybody where them see. Yeah, me I walk past the shop now. It's like one of them I look for me, I walk past and I see them in my peripheral vision. I mean I look over there now. I mean I turn my head right and look over there now. So me I walk past, like them not say nothing to me. Got them things say me not see them. But me see them long time.
Yeah.
You see me? And while me I walk past the guy me yard now, one of my friend live across the road from the shop. And what happened, him call me, I'm go over film yard and like the light them they lock off in the back of him yard. And we dey over them and him and we watch what go on and we see everything what go on, you see me? Man get shut up in a shop at my community. Even recently what there a man get shot in my community. Man them come call him out of him yard. You see me? Shoot him up. I don't know for what. Yes, yeah, some feud with man and man. You see me? One bag of things, brother. Which part of my girl must see people get chopped up. One bag of things, brother. Man escape from prison and find up here, so. You see me? And brother, me I tell you something, see helicopter I fly over my place with floodlight. I mean I said me only see thing in a show. Never know a big JDF helicopter and I'm gonna tell you what, and one in about two of them now. I circle place now with floodlight and I shine down and look for man escape from prison. You see me?
I would say the only good thing about in those times when we were growing up, even though it was still like bad and corrupt, there was some sort of like code that made like majority of the dudes that our government follow, and it was like don't hurt women or children. And for some reason, that just gets shut up.
Yeah, man, like get thrown through the door now, man. Like get thrown through the door. Remember when me and youth a girl, right? Not even talk about the violence no more. When me and youth a girl, me and all of my friend them. As little youth, now me I tell you now we are 13, 14, 12 them age. They on the road in a youth. And either we are play football in the road, or we are play hide and seek or whatever. Sometimes we dip on the road, we just tell each other dopey story, and we did it and we just reason, laugh and joke and be a thing. Me tell us we dip on the road, I talk about music and one bag of foolish till 2-3 o'clock in the morning. You see me? We just stand up in the road and I chat. You see me? As youths. And me not like them time they had a good time, like we not have
the world, man.
We not have them days anymore. And it's like I always see them things there. When I look back on them things there, it's like me and my friend them. I always do them things. I never seen other set of youth in the community where they vibe like we, as me, like we did just have a different energy. You see me? Guys, like my community is like you kinda separated. You have people who live up on the front, and you have people who live way around at the back. We they live on the front, as me, so we always up on the front and we always tell dopey story. One bag of things will go on, brother. We have to hide and seek with the girl on my night time, you know, when what you say? Dolly house and you know them thing that yo, some things go on me I tell you. My childhood did nice. We have play with box truck and all them thing there. Yo, which part me live?
You play like with gig and them thing there.
Gig, play marble. One other thing, you know, when boom elastic on the wall and one bag. Yeah, all of them thing that dog play when me a youth or girl. Remember, which part me live now is like my community. Even though it developed, it's kind of forested and we have like whole heap of fruit trees, you know? So you have this place in my community, or one section at the back of my community where kind of different. Them call it Papa Walk. You see up there, say Papa Walk. You know Papa, the fruit?
Yeah.
Yeah, up there's a name Papa Walk, right? You see up there's a youth, beer fruit tree. I tell you mango, kneesberry,
In the farm, man.
jackfruit. But you see around there lonely and people always
Yeah.
get robbed and things, you see me. So when me a youth a grow and people a
They're
grow,
right enough.
no man, nobody never run around there. So they kind of like, as I said, lonely, deserted. When we do go around there, when a mango season, it's like all 100 man a walk around there. You see me, every man a walk with a lass. That's so the vibes he said, and them thing then I go on again, brother. I tell you, say, my childhood be different, and them youths that we are growing nowadays, them not have that. You see me, not see youth play the game that we usually play. Everybody that in a them house, on tablet or
Remember,
smartphone.
I got the game, iPad, Fortnite, and them thing there.
I know what was Fortnite back then. Never have them thing that. You see me, have outside day and night. But yeah, them thing they just bring me back, you see me. When a summertime we not go school, we outside and we make up every man put together their money and boat a
Run that
run.
boat.
Yeah man. Them thing that nothing thing they are going again man, boat we run.
Run boat and DJ and used to and a man bring like a bag of oil, man bring some rice, man
Yeah.
bring some king mackerel from this one, and next man bring some sugar, water, you know, two lime, make some lime juice, you know.
Yeah me man. Them days there was the days, brother. Them days there was the days. I tell you. See how the Dolly House thing. Why? That one they miss me. They burn me.
Why you miss my brother? Never miss me, you know. Never supposed to do them things, and I don't condone doing these things when you're that age. But still, I didn't know any better. I was just happy.
It miss
Just
me.
enjoy life. Just enjoy life, man.
Brother, it miss me. Me only hear the stories them. If I ever tell it, if a certain thing we can't talk about you, so but
Stories were told.
me hear some story after man. Man a man say, yo Nick, you should have outside last night.
Shoot out there, I tell you.
Shellings. Be things when them say, yo, line. If you get me, I say no.
Sharp. Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing good. Big book. Not supposed to do.
Brother,
That's all it was.
we did two, our generation did two exposed from a young age, you see me, from a tender age, we did exposed to a lot, you see me.
I think it's also because we were left alone. There wasn't that much violence as there was today.
Mm-hmm.
So parents knew that, like, if them leave your children alone, right? Like, them leave me alone, them know to the neighbor, I look out for me.
Mm-hmm.
Say a man down the road, I look out for me. I'm gone down the road. You know, so the man they cross this, I look out for me. As leader, that lady go right? Whereas now everybody just like food and I look after them with the children and all. Which
Yeah.
makes sense. It's like more dangerous than people. Like, just not really trust me. But at the time, like, as much as I could have like about 9, 10 years ago, right? I'm a routine, I walk up on the street. And my mother, you know, my mother's like a worry, but they're not really a worry that much because I'm notice somebody I look up for me like up the road or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then things kind of easy, but 8 o'clock, I'm afraid to walk in the shop.
I mean, man, certain place locked down from 7, 8
Yeah.
o'clock, you see me. In my community, say always 10 o'clock was the time when you see business, when you see the shop, them start lock up and everybody start come out for the street, you see me. As me say, me miss the day them with me and my friend, them, you see me, like, we outside, I'm telling you, at 2 o'clock, you know, we about some bad reason, you know. You see me. And it always was a vibe.
I know for them son of the man, you're supposed to like ride bicycle or play 2 football, get tired and drink all the water from the hose. You see, they can't drink water from pipe and they get.
That kind of still going on in my community. They play ball every evening and thing, but you can't bother with the ball game business, yeah, man. You can't
Game
bother.
to the island these days. And then take everything serious.
Mm. Can't tell you that now. I would have play ball with them and I just said, I don't know boots to play no ball, no, I ain't going. Getting a buck tour. No long me I get dancing there. If I'm play football barefoot. You ever get a buck tour yet?
I was a careful child, okay?
Right that.
Very careful.
You know that hot.
I was kind of shoes.
You know when that hot when you have to go to school Monday morning you have to have to go in a shoes. Oh but toe me I tell you, you know, toe top gone, you know, flick off, you know, be a flesh ahead. Yo. I say yo, them things
See man
you
come at school in a sandal slippers just because of that.
yeah, mean
It's like,
man.
yeah man, you're good enough. You
It's the
banana
toe
shoes, banana bar.
it's the toe gone. It's like every day a man lose a toe ball feel you out.
Then them gone back the next week. See them barefoot again. Nah, listen.
Yeah, mean man. You say how days you have a feel, you know? You know, how days I feel. But one other thing I miss is like community football competition. We usually go on like we usually play against neighboring community them, you see me? And like team them that play for a cash prize. A years I not see that go on. Years.
That's tough. A long time tell you about that, you know. Like, them just don't. I'm just happy.
Mm. Like probably in some communities, you know, it probably still go on, but I
Yeah.
tell you, years that not happen on my side, isn't it? Years.
I don't think it probably happened, but like very little set of people or some community. When I hear about that happen, like not that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Like as I say, no, for childhood is different, and man, miss them days. I wish I could have get back them days. And I wish my youth could have grew somewhat in other way, or we grew. Like when we get a youth, I wish them could have kind of grew up, or we grew up in some certain ways, you know. Certain things where we do, yeah, them definitely not fear to them things, you know. But other things, I wish them would have get them experience, and it come like say, oh, them not get them experience because everybody just caught up in our technology and social media. We need
I feel grew up them in a way where them not really too dependent on it, I guess. Like, just don't buy them an iPod because when we get the first time we get a phone was when I was like an actual phone was when I was in high school. I was like grade 8. Because I never really had a need for one because everybody did live there. And my easy to get tired of people, so like 5 days a week was enough for me and my friend. And the first time I get a computer was grade 9. Because that's when I started doing IT projects and I started doing IT class. So like computer coming in my life like yeah.
First time I get a computer was when me buy one as an adult. You see me, but what me I say is that I would have love for them get some of the experience. But the thing is, say for example, yes, I grew them a certain way, but I think that the problem is because I feel like them are gonna have friends with them outside and not play with like how we usually play outside because everybody and I just say my kid want play outside, we might go play outside when everybody inside on them phone, tablet or them game console.
I'm poor picnic easy.
I have a what them call it a quadruplet. I can't even pronounce that word.
100.
Something like that. But But yeah, that I think so. I feel like kids, people on a whole, we need to just spend some more time outside. They get me. I say like, yeah, we need to do more outside activities. You know, like I wish, and definitely, yeah. You know, see, every day we're coming with new technologies to make our life so-called easier, but it's just to make humans lazier. Like, for example, the whole Tesla bot shit, where I got send this bot to go buy your groceries.
Yeah.
Like, get outside and go buy your one groceries. Get out of the house, man. Just, just get
I ain't
outside.
gonna lie to you, man. I haven't gone to the grocery store in probably like 5 months now. 6.
Stop
I
using.
order online.
See,
Makes more
put,
sense.
put your phone away, man. Walk. Interact
But
with
I go
people.
on walks. That's the thing. That's the thing.
Doesn't count. You're not burning enough calories. You need to carry load while you're walking.
No, I walk 10,000 steps a day, sometimes more.
Doesn't count. You need to carry load while you're walking.
Oh, see what?
Carry the bags in your hand, sir.
Carry enough fluid. To this game, still I wonder, oh, my mom will market by herself and carry the whole of it back then. It still make no sense in my head.
I don't know what them be, because I'm go time I buy a certain things, I not have the energy. I buy two things, I can't bother for go nowhere else. And the thing is, is a woman, when woman a shop, them walk. Like them would have walk and ask the price of everything and then them circle back and start buy. I mean, it's like, man not have the time for that, you know. Me not see a man pan earth we have the time for that. If
Like,
first,
when I come market with my mother,
uh,
she she's not bad when it comes to like walking because she has her people that she knows, right? And
uh-huh.
if she knows to them, then you will go on this journey of finding the right price or whatever. But if she sees the people that she normally buys from, we go there, boom, boom, and then we're out.
Yeah. But me not have time for that. If when me go to market I'm go for buy, if for somebody me ask and if first price me at this and me spend the money, me not have the time for what.
That's the most bad.
Me have the time for that shit.
Much of this. Alright, there you go.
Yeah.
And if it's unless it's like something like we just think that hey,
Yeah, too much.
good enough, that's too good enough. Then we will probably go on a little walk. And by a little walk, probably check the next person.
The one right next to him. uh, the I don't lie, a real thing. But our days like the 2000s, I don't know who else feel the way, but it's the 2000s, the 90s. I feel like that them they are like some of the golden age of human experience on a whole. If you look on how much iconic things happen in that period there, it's like it's like you can't count. So much things happen in that 20 years
And
basically.
it was basically like a transition period. So there were so many like transitioning things happening when we were growing up. Like computers weren't fully out yet, but they were out. Smartphones weren't like developed.
Blackberry was
Yeah,
a thing. Remember that?
yeah, we only had like BBM, BlackBerry Messenger. That was what.
That was a
Yeah,
wave. Everybody on BBM. I never had a
I did.
Blackberry.
That's the one wave I missed out on when I was growing up because I didn't have a BlackBerry.
I didn't have one either. But yeah, that was a wave. If you remember, me I got high school in a man. All of the hype girl them and the youth them was say them hype
They bring up
Blackberry.
the man them with the pants them were well tight.
Latest Blackberry. Man them say where you have pearl. I touch me having a youth. Bowl me having a have heart. Some
Oh
Blackberry
boy,
yes birthday. Me so man tell me a man tell me say a Blackberry man say a Blackberry. But it's one this phone I like computer, you can do everything on Blackberry. Where's Blackberry now?
humbled the bag. That's what they did. Humbled the bag. Because even Americans know about these things. They were the ones using it a lot too.
Yeah.
Bum-
Good times, man. Good times. But I think we should just leave it there. Like this was a fun discussion. Like we should definitely pick this up next week. But I think we've rambled on long enough for this week. Again, I was your host, guys, Nick, and Shani, my co-host, here with me. So, if you enjoyed the stream, we're also on AudioMac, and soon we're going to be on SoundCloud. So, consider following us on all platforms, and
like,
yeah, drop a like, leave your comments down below, and share our podcast with a friend that you think might enjoy our crazy discussions. This was Inside, and until then, peace. And drink some water, guys. Go for walks.
A bit.